Your cat ignores everyone who walks through that door. But the moment you sit down, they come straight to you. That's not random, that's a choice. And today you're going to find out exactly what it means. Have you ever noticed how your cat can be completely invisible when strangers come over? But the second you walk in, they appear out of nowhere? That's not coincidence. Cats have an incredibly sophisticated internal system for deciding who deserves their presence, and most people never make the cut. The fact that your cat shows up for you is already a statement most people never receive from a feline. What most people don't realize is that cats don't bond out of obligation. Dogs are wired to attach to whoever feeds and shelters them. Cats work differently. They observe, they evaluate, they test. Before a cat ever chooses someone, they spend weeks studying that person's energy, routines, movements, and even the sound of their breathing. You earned your spot. You didn't just get it handed to you. Here's something that might surprise you. Cats can distinguish between dozens of different humans in a household, but they typically form a deep bond with only one. Researchers who study feline behavior call this the preferred person, and being that person changes everything about how the cat interacts with the world. When you become the anchor point of a cat's emotional life, their entire behavior starts to shift around your presence. The tricky part is that cats don't announce this bond with barks or wagging tails. They speak in slow blinks, in the weight of a paw placed gently on your leg, in the way they position their body toward you even when they're pretending to sleep. Most owners miss these signals entirely, but by the end of this video, you're going to start reading every single one of them, and it will change the way you see your cat forever. One of the most powerful things a cat does to show acceptance happens when you're completely unaware, when you're asleep. If your cat has ever climbed onto your bed and curled up against your legs, your chest, or your head, that wasn't just about warmth. Cats choose to sleep near the people they feel safest with. In the wild, sleeping is the most vulnerable moment for any animal. Your cat is choosing to be vulnerable next to you. Pay attention to where exactly your cat sleeps relative to your body. Cats that sleep near your feet are comfortable, but still maintaining a degree of independence. Cats that sleep on your chest or near your face are communicating something much deeper. They are placing themselves in the most vulnerable position possible, right next to the person they trust most in the world. That's not random. That's devotion expressed through position. There's also the matter of the slow blink. If your cat has ever looked at you with half-closed eyes and blinked slowly in your direction, you just received a cat kiss. This behavior is so significant in feline communication that behaviorists call it the eye kiss. Cats only do this with beings they feel completely safe and relaxed around. If you slow blink back, you're speaking their language. And many cats will blink again, holding that expression just a little longer. Another nighttime signal is what happens when you get up. If your cat wakes up the moment you move, even from a deep sleep, and watches you until you return, that vigilance isn't anxiety, it's guardianship. Your cat has assigned themselves the quiet, unofficial job of knowing where you are at all times. In cat logic, watching over someone is one of the most sincere expressions of love there is. Every cat has rituals, specific repeated behaviors they do consistently with the people they've accepted. If your cat has ever head bumped you, pressed their forehead against your face, hand, or shin, you've experienced what's called bunting. And this behavior carries enormous meaning. When a cat bunts you, they are depositing their scent glands onto you. In cat social structure, this is how they claim family members. They are marking you as part of their inner circle, the needing behavior. When your cat pushes their paws rhythmically against your lap or a soft surface near you, goes back to kittenhood. Kittens need their mother's belly to stimulate milk. When adult cats need around you, they are in a state of deep comfort, one that emotionally connects them to the safety of early life. If your cat needs on you specifically, they have associated you with the safest feeling they have ever known. That is not a small thing. Notice if your cat ever brings you objects, a toy, a sock, sometimes even something they found outside. This gifting behavior is directly connected to how cats show trust and inclusion. In feral colonies, cats bring food to the members of their group they consider family. Your domestic cat, with no prey to offer, replaces it with whatever they value. The act of bringing it to you means, you are mine and I am yours. This is my way of providing for you. Perhaps the most underrated ritual is the tail position. When a cat approaches you with their tail held straight up, sometimes with a slight curve at the tip like a question mark, that is a greeting reserved exclusively for cats they love. It's the feline equivalent of an open-armed welcome. Feral cats do this with each other after reuniting. If your cat greets you this way every time you come home, you are not just the person who feeds them. You are the one they've been waiting for. Cats communicate more through their bodies than most people ever take the time to notice. The position of their ears, the curve of their spine, the direction of their whiskers, all of it is language. And much of that language is directed specifically at the one person they've chosen. Learning to read it is like suddenly understanding a conversation that's been happening in front of you for years. When a cat exposes their belly to you, the emotional significance is enormous. The belly is the most vulnerable part of a cat's body. It contains all their vital organs and has zero natural protection. In the wild, exposing the belly is never done casually. When your cat rolls over and shows you their stomach, they are not necessarily asking to be touched there. They are showing you that they feel completely safe in your presence. It is a display of absolute trust. Watch for what behaviorists call loafing, when a cat tucks all four paws underneath their body and closes their eyes near you. This compact, relaxed posture means the cat feels no need to be ready to flee. They are not on alert. They are not watching for threats. They have decided, on a deep biological level, that this space, next to you, is safe enough to fully let their guard down. You are their safe place. Their nervous system has decided this without words. There's also the behavior of following. If your cat follows you from room to room, not because they want food, but simply to be in the same space you are, this is one of the clearest signs of emotional attachment a cat can show. Cats are not pack animals. They don't follow out of instinct. They follow because something inside them pulls them toward the presence of the one they've chosen. If your cat follows you, you are their anchor. You are the thing that makes the house feel right. There was a specific moment, probably one you completely missed, when your cat made a decision about you. It wasn't dramatic, it didn't look like anything special, but in their internal world, something shifted. A wall came down, a calculation was made, and from that point on, without any announcement, you became the one. Understanding when and why that moment happens tells you everything about the relationship you have now. Cats choose their person based on a combination of factors that have very little to do with who feeds them or who takes them to the vet. They choose based on emotional consistency, the person who doesn't raise their voice unexpectedly, who moves calmly through the space, who gives attention without demanding it back. Cats are extraordinarily sensitive to emotional temperature. They read stress, tension, and sadness in humans before those humans even fully recognize those feelings themselves. They choose the presence that feels like stillness. One of the most beautiful and overlooked signs of final acceptance is when a cat chooses to be sick near you. When cats feel unwell, their instinct is to hide. It's a survival mechanism from their wild ancestors. But cats who have deeply bonded with their person will seek them out even in vulnerability. If your cat has ever come to you when they were hurt, tired, or unwell, that moment of overriding instinct in favor of your presence is one of the most profound things a cat can do. They chose connection over survival programming. The thing about being chosen by a cat is that it never expires quietly. Cats don't fall out of deep bonds easily. If your cat has shown you these signs, the rituals, the sleep positions, the following, the vulnerability, they have placed you somewhere permanent in their emotional world. You are not just the person who lives with them. You are the center of their sense of safety, and every single quiet, easy-to-miss moment they share with you is their way of saying, out of every person in the world, I chose you, and I would choose you again. So now you know, your cat isn't just tolerating you. They are communicating something deep and deliberate every single day, in ways most people never learn to read. The slow blink, the tail held high, the belly shown in trust, the footsteps following you down the hall, none of it is random. All of it is language, and now you speak it. Pay attention to your cat today, because chances are, right now, they're telling you something you've never heard before. Don't miss it.